Chloe.
That doesn't mean your drinks are meant to be. Regular stress at a house.
Giving Macy's cover. I think I did good on my makeup. Hey, bitch. Purify me. Thank you. I'm in a different location today. Good
Hey,
evening.
I'm trying to adjust my seat. I got super low all of a sudden. Damn. I couldn't see you on at first. I was here. It wasn't showing. I had to refresh.
I didn't log in till literally right at like 7:59 tonight.
Oh,
I was
cool.
trying to get it close to our time because, you know, I usually do it 3 to 2 minutes
Cool.
before. But I was like, let me go on and do a 7:59, 8 o'clock on, you know?
No, that's cool. I looked and I was like, is she on yet? Because I know you're usually on a little bit earlier. And then I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
I was trying something new.
Well, we connected. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Did you already start sipping?
I may have had some Prosecco Rosé today.
Wait.
How
you gonna say May and I could just see that glass that you just took a drink from?
Because I had went to see what happened was I went to Target and I was
Y'all, she wrong. Y'all,
so I have to get my drink from Target, and I was I want some rosé.
I'm not
and
here.
So I was drinking this rosé while I was cooking dinner, meal prepping, taking care of Harlow and all the stuff for tonight and tomorrow. So this was my drink leading up, but this is my drink for tonight.
But wait a minute. I didn't know because of the bottle. You literally just had it looked like a flute glass.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, she is in violation. All right.
You know I be sipping on Sundays before.
I can't.
I got lipstick all. Look at me over here, lipstick all of us.
Elle is already turned up, you guys. She's already started the party without us.
And I was sipping because let me tell you, I was in there beating my face, trying to do my hair because my hair is growing.
You looking good.
And I was just in my zone. I was just, living my soft girl life.
Yes, Arkansas Barbie, flag on the play, but we gonna let her make it.
Look, Meredith said, Elle, you were serving looks. I'm just living my soft girl life, okay?
But
I'm in soft girl season. I'm just living my soft girl life.
But she's already lit, you guys. She's all L's got makeup on my nose.
Does that mean we're going to have an even better night tonight? No.
I can't. Y'all, if she start yawning or nodding, we're going to know she already was on the Prosecco earlier. I'm going to be like, y'all, Elle is tapped out. This is no good. What do you guys
think I'm going to be good tonight.
You guys just pull her coattails in the comments. You see her clowning or doing anything extra. We already know she started the party.
Journey of Legend.
Yeah, he said, this Journey of Legend said, boo. What do you guys drink?
Life be lifing, y'all, and I am living my soft girl life, so I have to have Prosecco on a Sunday.
I can't. What are you guys drinking on tonight?
Let us know what y'all sipping on.
Hello, everyone. I don't know if I said that when I first came in. I just started going in on L because I saw her grab that glass real quick. So hello, everybody. See what you're sipping on. And while they're putting in the comments what they're sipping on, can you see them? Okay, I can see comments today. Yay!
Lemonade, some
and
tea.
Tea. Okay.
Is that tea spiked?
Ignore her, Meredith. Ignore her because she's already over. Like she's already doing it. Hey. You're a mess. Yeah, but the tea and the lemonade is appropriate for the weather. I'm in LA. It's kind of it's cold outside. Well, it's fall. This is the sweater weather, the boots, all that. We had rain the other day, so I get a little spoiled. But I love this weather.
It's cold out here, but I'm still sipping wine. I ain't sipping tea or lemonade.
I'm just gone. I'm gonna let Elle make it tonight, y'all. Well, since Elle already showed us her Prosecco and stuff, I'm gonna talk about.
No, I got other wine to drink too.
No, I'm gonna start with my wine. Okay. Josiah said he can't drink and drive. Well, thank you for joining us, though. I am drinking on. I don't know if you guys remember. If some new people are on, I started the Barefoot Fruscato because I was on the bitters for a minute. So I got with the back on my sweets, and I saw this collection. So I did the blueberry. I can't remember what the other mango, and now this is strawberry. So it's the Barefoot Fruscato strawberry. And it is 7.5%, and it has notes of strawberry, and it says on all the bottles, it makes every day a little sweeter. So that's what I'm drinking on, and I think Elle, you said Prosecco, but you had another bottle. So what's the bottle that you're opening up now?
So I have my Rosé Prosecco by Josh Sellers. I love this company. And now, of course, I have my red, my bitter bitch, my Cabernet Sauvignon by Journey and Discovery out of Spain. And this is a 13% alcohol La Mancha. And
Time out. What was the percentage of the Prosecco?
Oh, I was trying to read it. Let me see. You know what? Oh, wait. Is it right there? Oh, 11.5.
Okay, so let me see that bottle. Put that back in the... Okay, so when did you start that bottle?
When were you texting me?
That was earlier today, probably... But the bottle's finished.
I started this because you were texting me while I was at Target. So when I got home and said, I'm going to look at those, once I finish everything, I opened this shortly after.
Okay, but that bottle's finished.
No, I still got some left.
Okay, the bottle is finished. That's what's in the glass. So that was 11.
Yeah, so technically it's not finished till I finish this part.
Okay, but that was 11, and then you pop it open at 13.
Yes, Cabernet Sauvignon, bitter bitch.
Okay.
This is Journey and Discovery. This is actually from Target. I saw this cute little label while I was scouring the aisles. And this little bottle is only like $3.69. And I'm going to try it. I opened it a while ago so it can like air out and stuff so you can really taste the flavors. And I'm excited to try it.
So you guys, we got a finished bottle and we got the 13% bottle. So
but it ain't finished yet.
but so she's going in 13, 11. I don't know how it works, but you already kind of up there. So you guys, it's going to be an interesting sipping line.
But I've been sipping slow though, for real. I've been sipping slow because someone taught me how to sip my wine slow. So I be sipping my wine slow now.
Yes, Arkansas Barbie. She's lit. You guys, let's go ahead and pour up so we can jump into this great conversation that we're going to have. We can raise our glasses. I'm going to pour our wine now. Today I have a PSA. Yes. I have some things before we jump into our bowls. I didn't do a full glass. Everybody, cheers.
Cheers. Did you guys know when you pour your wine and you twist it, that stops it from leaking? Did you know that?
No, now I did. No.
So whenever you pour, just twist as you're finishing. That way the wine does not leak down. No. They do that in the restaurants too. Just a little tip in case your wine ever spills, guys. You just pour and twist and it just...
Sweet, just like I like it.
Actually, this isn't as bitter.
It's
like I would expect a Cabernet to be, but it's not bad. But it's not sweet, but it's not bitter. It's just like a mellow. I might finish this bottle.
So before we jump into our bowls, I wanted to do a quick, I call them PSAs, that, you know, sometimes they may not fall into that category, but yeah, so this is a PSA. So with the holidays quickly approaching, more people are out. I operated like the pandemic, before the pandemic. I usually go in the stores when they're not too crowded. I'm there when it opens up. Go to the movies. I'm that early bird person where there's no one in the theater. Kind of like to move. I'm going away from the crowds. I've always been that way. So I've been noticing a lot lately. The space and stuff is closing back in. And let me make sure I'm saying this right. Like, people are like right on the back of your neck in the stores.
Oh yeah.
They're like right, yeah, they're like right there, you know, coughing, not covering their mouth, you know, their mouths, you know, just it's like, you're not giving me any personal space. And I've always had a problem with that, but I thought, or I was hoping that because of the pandemic and us being quarantined and all that, that people were now equipped with a different set of manners, you know, because we had this new thing that happened, but obviously not. So my PSA is, and I try to keep it real cool, but I'm human, and because I'm not in, and I say this jokingly, in politics or anything like that, you could get this work, you know, on a certain day if you catch me at a certain time. It could happen, and I don't want to do that, but some of this stuff is so downright disrespectful and disgusting. And when I say disgusting, I'm talking about like coughing on the back of somebody's neck, or, you know, somebody, like, I've seen some weird things on social media. I've seen crazy stuff where people are like taking like number twos in the stores, like pulling their pants down, taking dumps in the stores, or like this is caught on camera. And so it's like, whoa, you know, it's crazy stuff. Or people digging in their pants and then putting it in their mouth when they're in, people are waiting in line at a place to eat. Like, stuff like that, I'm already grossed out, you know, but it's just, it's a lot of stuff going on. And so I'm saying all that, I actually was, I don't even want to say a victim of this, but I thought I was going to get into a fight the other day because I lost all my cool, and since I was ready, you know, and again, I try not to get like that, but this was so disgusting to me. I was like, I can only say it to you guys like this. I was gonna like fuck this man up. That's how I felt immediately because it was so disgusting. So what happened, I'm in the store, I go on an aisle, and I'm familiar with this store. So I'm like, oh, you know, I want to get those, but there's a guy coming down the aisle, and we're, you know, he's on the opposite side. So I'm like, let me just go by him real quick, but not too far down so I can just double back and grab what I need to grab because he may be going. So I go past him, don't go too far. So there's not a huge amount of space between us, but it's a good amount of space, you know, more than arm's distance, but I'm still there. When I tell you this man let loose like he shit on himself, and that's the only way I can say it, it was just, I can't even make, but it shocked me. I was like, I thought I was being punked. I really did. And I got so angry because I was like, it's just he and I on the aisle. Like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, dude, it was so wild. I was like, let me get off this aisle real quick and let me get out the store. So I get in line, and as I'm in line to check out, guess who's behind me? So I just position myself sideways, and in my mind, I know you guys, I don't promote violence and stuff, but in my head, I was like, I'm gonna fuck him up. If he lets loose like that again, I'm done. I'm gonna hurt this man. And I know that's not the right thing to do, but to do something like that, and that's what you do in public. What like, I hope you don't work at somebody's restaurant. I hope, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you when you coughing and stuff? My mind was just racing, but I was really ready to risk it all. Like, if he doesn't, he getting to work. And God is so good. He'd be looking out for me. I love it. This lady was like, hey, let me take you over here. We're open. And so I moved to the other line. She checked me out, and he was checking out at the same time. I just pushed past his basket and got out of there so fast, y'all. I'm telling you, it was so bad. And I'm saying that because I can keep it together. So I'm saying to you guys, anybody in the live, it's wild out there. I've never experienced anything like that. And someone may say that's extreme, but I would never, like, I don't even do public pools because I feel like that's taking a bath with other people. But he reaffirmed why I don't. Because if you'll do that, you're probably peeing in the pool. You probably are doing some shit, you know, that I don't even want to think about. I could never enjoy myself. So you guys, people are back on they BS, you know, and I'm sure this was going on before the pandemic, but because of that, I felt like it heightened it. And I think that, you know, I'm just saying, you guys, just be careful when you're out there moving around. You know, if you can get in the stores earlier, do it. Because I know if I was ready to, like, risk it all, I'm sure, you know, there are other people feeling that way. Just be aware, you know, and create enough space and literally get out of there if it gets crazy like that. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get up out of there because I was just like, I'm going to hit this man. If this man lets loose and I'm right here in front of him, I'm going to hit this man. And I wouldn't have thought twice about it. There wouldn't be any sipping live. I probably would be in jail. And yeah. So that is my PSA. The holidays are here and the people are with the shits. Literally. So
with the shit.
Right. So just be aware. I mean, be aware of your surroundings. If you're a person that's on your phone, when you go in the store, whatever's going on, put that up and just be aware. Because they with the shits and they're doing stuff that was just ridiculous to me. I would think that somebody would be embarrassed or ashamed to do something like that. And he wasn't. There was no disability. There wasn't, you know, I know people that you could look at someone. No, this was a regular dude. And he had a mask on too. Was you masking?
He didn't have a mask on that ass.
What, you masking yourself up for the bullshit you about to do? He had a mask on. I was like, whoa, you know. So that's my PSA. Y'all, just be careful out there.
Oh, it's from my cup. Sorry.
What happened?
But you know what? I done encountered a few people who be doing shit like that. Like, I'll be in the store and they do pick their nose or be scratching their ass or pass gas and stuff. I'm not going to say the people that they are, but
I didn't. I left that out on purpose. I'm
gonna leave it out too. But I know who you is. But I have encountered quite a few people. Matter of fact, I encountered people at my job.
Oh,
I encountered people at my job. That's why I stay washing my hands. Stay with hand sanitizer at my desk. And when I need to use the bathroom, I be putting shit. I'll stop the toilet up with my seat covers, bitch. Okay. They some nasty ass motherfuckers. Just say that. They some nasty ass motherfuckers.
It's people that you might not, because what threw me is he had a mask on. So I'm like, oh, so you rocking this way, making somebody think that you're, you know, taking precautions, but you letting loose though, like
exactly.
It's all backwards.
Exactly.
It's just ridiculous.
And he probably the type that's gonna go use the bathroom and not wash his hands and touching all the motherfucking boxes of cereal. Bitch, okay? Because they be doing that.
And look, I know you be having Harlow in the car, like, don't you touch nothing.
Yep, don't touch shit.
Yeah.
Give me that hand. Right. I don't know if she should be having hand sanitizer or not, but I'd be putting hand sanitizer on her. I don't know if she's too young for it, but I'd be like, put this on, and then we get in the car, I'll wipe you down with some wipes, but you gonna get this hand sanitizer.
Arkansas Barbie said that people at her job don't use seat covers, and that's so nasty. It is, and you know what?
A lot of people don't use seat covers at my job too.
Well, either they're doing two things. I know for me, if I go to the bathroom, my calves and my thighs are so strong. I'm busting a squat. I don't even want the seat cover. I don't want to sit because I feel like my calves might touch the back of the toilet. I'm just weird like that, you guys. So I don't know if they tiptoeing where they kind of, you know, like squatting, but if you see somebody on a full seat and you know it's you going behind somebody and there was no liners in there, and you could see they were sitting in there like from their feet. Yeah, I mean, it's just a bowl. I guess they just feel like, you know, it's really nothing. Like,
no, bitch, that's something. I could tell. I put hella seat cover. I don't give a fuck. I will stop a toilet up because I can squat, but I know my piss be going all over the place sometimes, so I don't want to take no chances.
Practice at home. Practice at home.
But let me tell you, I know when people don't be, well, shit, I see people go straight. I see a lot of people go straight to the toilet, no seat covers. And if I don't see you with a seat cover, I know your ass sat in the seat because your little residue's on the toilet. So then I got to go to the next toilet.
Ooh, okay.
And then your dirty ass go to the sink and you turn the water on and do this and go.
Oh,
bitch, you don't even get napkins. So then you touch the fucking thing. And I'm like, how do you not get a napkin to open the doors? Bitch, I use a napkin to open it. Like, y'all motherfuckers nasty. And then I'd be like, gee, is this how you leave the toilets and the mess at your home? I'm tired of seeing blood on the seats, blood on the floor, shit. Okay. Like, y'all motherfuckers don't even be flushing the toilet. You be having little turds hanging around. Like, bitch, did you not look at the back when you flushed the toilet the first time?
Elle got super graphic with this, y'all. We're going to jump to something else.
I'm just saying, this is what's going on at my job.
And see, you see
and they wear masks because, you know, they own the right side.
But you see who's doing that.
I do see, and I be side-eyeing motherfuckers. I be like,
no.
When they be doing potlucks and shit. I'm like, bitch, you nasty, you nasty, you nasty. You probably didn't wash your hands when you was cooking, and then you up here heating the food up, and you probably didn't wash your hands.
I don't do potlucks.
Like, bitch, like, the fuck? And then I gotta be next to the cubicles.
We're gonna jump to our bowls because I would be grossed out.
You started this shit. I just have to let my frustration out of the people at my job.
I would be grossed out. Yuck. And yes, Journey of a Legend. Yo, pineapples.
Pineapples.
Yes. Oh, it was a lot. That's a lot, Elle. That was nasty. So you guys, just to like, you know what I'm saying, emphasize again, just, you know, be aware. Be aware.
Sanitizer spray, hand sanitizer, bring your bleach wipes. I keep all that shit at my desk, spray and everything. They say no aerosols, and I'd be like, shh. I don't care. Write me up because I'm gonna spray the shit in the air.
What bowl you starting from today?
I think I'm gonna go spicy. Because I don't know. Because my stuff, when I go spicy, sometimes it low-key be medium and, you know, in betweeny.
And as if this wasn't spicy enough, yuck. Be very, very careful, you guys. They are, it's nasty out there. And while you're getting your thing, he made eye contact with me.
Because he didn't care. Because they ain't got no morals.
That was so nasty. He made eye contact with me. And I
imagine what he's doing in his car with the windows rolled up and the heat on.
Ooh, what if he works at a restaurant or something? Yuck.
Oh. If I seen him at the restaurant, I'd turn my ass right around. I don't care how many stars the restaurant had. I don't care if the Michelin chef up in there. I'm out.
Yuck. Okay. What are you getting out your bowl? You said the spicy bowl. Let's talk about it.
Okay. I don't know. I saw this on the internet and I was just like, I don't know, to each its own, but is giving head degrading?
So Elle is super spicy tonight, you guys.
So I saw this thing on the internet and it said that some women feel like giving head is degrading, but also some men feel like a woman giving head is degrading. So what made me laugh about it was this one woman was like, well, who wants to live like that? Okay. So my question is giving peen degrading?
Is giving what?
Peen. Is giving head degrading? Okay,
so make sure I would want to just assume everyone knows, but we always do it for anybody.
Is giving fellatio degrading?
Oral sex.
Oral.
Yo, head. Slob on the knob.
Like corn on the cob. Check it with me and do your job.
Oh my gosh. So you said, is it degrading? And this is specifically a woman servicing a man. Right?
Yes, because that's what the conversation was, where a woman was saying some women feel that, but a man was also saying that some men feel like it's degrading for their woman to give head. Now, I'm sorry, in my 30, almost 38 years, minus me being of age to have sex, I never heard a man feel like giving head was degrading.
Wait,
so woman, or feeling like his woman is being degraded because she's giving head. So I'm just like, is giving head degrading? Have any of you ever felt like if you were down on your knees, slobbing on the knob, have you felt degraded? Or have your man said, nah, baby, get up, that's too degrading? Because I'm confused at this point. To each his own, but I'm confused.
Okay, so I saw a couple of comments, and I would like for you guys to go ahead and put them in there. What you think, yes or no, or a comment, because I think I saw Meredith's comment, and it said, is it because you're on your knees? I can see Milan's. I mean, if you really think about it, yes, the whole act of it is pretty degrading, but it's fun. And Arkansas Barbie said no. So, I mean, it's your question if you want to go ahead and dip into it, or was that you getting into it before I answer?
You can dip into it, because I mean, I've never felt degraded. I've done been on my knees a few times.
Okay, so I just want to know, and I'm older, why are people still giving head on your knees? Remember, I'm the creative.
I mean, you can push up and give head. You can stand up. I mean, I don't know. This is for grown-ups. I'm very transparent, so this might get a little. But first of all, this is 2022. We're about to be in 2023, but I even say before that, I guess women are still getting on their knees for fellatio, but you don't have to give it on your knees. If you in the bed and you roll over and give your dude head, you in the bed. If you want him to stand over you, or he on his knees and you in the bed, these are some tidbits. If you want to 69 it, yeah, you can give head fellatio in so many different ways, and I think I agree with you. To each his own, because, and that's a conversation that you should have. Like we always say on all the sipping lines, just keep that communication going, because if the person you're with feels like that's degrading for you to do that, and that's something you enjoy, because I know somebody in the comments said, you know, it's supposed to be about pleasure, and that's something you want to do with who you're with, then that could be a conflict there. So I just would make sure we were on the same page. But y'all, it don't have to be on your knees. If that's the part that's degrading, it doesn't have to be on your knees. So if that's the part that's looked at as make it artistic, like Journey of a Legend said.
Yeah, you know, and then
also that shit.
Yeah, and then also, it's so interesting. I know you didn't say it about that. I've seen women say what they're not gonna do, but they openly will spread their legs for a man to put his face down there. They are like, that is a part of the whole package. And I just don't understand what's the difference. It's the same. He's putting his face there, you putting your face there. Why would one be considered like, I'm not doing it, it's nasty? So it's not nasty if he's doing it to you?
Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely a double standard. I've heard more of a double standard when it comes to it, almost like, you know, I think when you, a couple of simple lines back, when you were like, hey, you pushing it in, you got to have a conversation with somebody. If that's what you're going to do, we need to have some, this is not happening, this can happen. Because, so you can do this, but you better not do that, or it stops, you know? So, or you can be one of those people, it's like anything goes, we're going to figure it out. But I think it's not degrading if both of you agree that it's not.
Yeah.
And you don't have to get on your knees to do it.
Anyway, you could be in the handstand.
You can figure it out however you want. I mean, people are in cars. It's from one knee to the other. He's driving. You leaned over. That's not on your knees. And you know, like I said, I don't know what's going on, but if it's, you don't have to just be on your knees if that is the part that someone would think made it degrading.
Yeah.
You know? And that's my take on it.
I just thought it was really funny when I came across this post, because I was like, dang, I've never heard anyone of all things feel like, that was my first time ever hearing someone say that a man may think it was degrading for their woman, or a woman thought it was degrading. It was just interesting to me to like see that. And maybe because now everyone's just talking about everything.
I had another thought too, and then we can read the comments too, because I see comments going up. You know what can make it degrading? Like how you said in that last one, if a dude is like grabbing your head and
calling your stomach,
pushing your head and you know, talking to you in a way where it's like you have intuition. You can feel like, yo, I'm feeling like
he's doing this, not letting you lift your head up, giving you a breath like that.
Right. You should be like, I'm not feeling this. You know what I'm saying? You'll know when someone, not it's degrading, you're being degraded. Yeah. If someone's degrading you, that's different than an act where you just say, that's just degrading. Someone can make it where it feels degrading to do it because they're like, get on your knees. Yeah.
It's like, bitch, you about to get me tonsillitis.
Right. You know, if a man tells you, you know what's about to go down, get on your knees. Yeah. He's talking to you, you know.
He's like, bitch, we're playing role play. I'm a thug and you a hoe. Get on your knees.
Hey, if that's what y'all rock with, but it has to be communicated, because somebody can make someone feel, you know, degraded if they come in here talking like that and you guys have never had a conversation. You like, who you talking to? Like that. You know? So, you know what I mean? That's just me. What there are a lot of comments.
Okay, let me scroll back and see. Wait, what is this live? I really thought you said gravy. No, ma'am, it's because you're on your knees. That's what Meredith said. Arkansas Barbie said, I mean, if you really think about it, yes, the whole act of it's pretty degrading, but it's fun. Meredith said the whole point is to give pleasure. Milan said it's degrading on the circumstance, but no, if you like them. And Journey a Legend agreed with Milan. And he also said, make it artistic with the paint palette. Yes. Milan said, everyone has different definitions of degrading. So one woman / man may think is degrading, another may not. Very true. Rick said, there are a lot of men who do not care for it. Journey of a Legend said, shit, Jay-Z want his girl to fuck him like a prostitute. I think oral is okay, LOL. Arkansas said, the dentist can tell if you have been giving the peen some attention. And Rick said, in the African culture, the men who are westernized are open, but most Africans are not into it because sex is taboo in their culture.
Okay. As long as if as we said before, the pie chart, as long as it's a good fit for you, that's a win. because it's not about somebody else. They're not going to be on their knees, on their back, you know, on a handstand, whatever. So, you know, it is what it is.
Peen, the biggest ply chart section.
Oh my God. I can't with you. I can't.
Oh, Jesus. I just thought I don't know.
Well, I'm definitely going to
welcome to Sippin' Live. Yeah,
I'm definitely going to the mild bowl, because between that PSA and the graphics, like how in depth we got, and this one, I'm gonna go to the mild bowl.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we'll find a way to make that mild spicy.
Oh my goodness. So it says how to transition when you outgrow individuals. And you would think there doesn't need to be a how-to. You just outgrow somebody and it's done. But it's really not like that. I've seen people keep others in their lives, and they know that it is not beneficial. It it's just not a good fit, and they'll just keep them around for.
Oh, hold on, Vera.
Mm-hmm.
There was a question in the queue about the penis thing, about the head.
What's the question?
Is head a C breaker if someone isn't willing to give it to you?
Wait, say that again.
What is a C breaker? It says is head a C.
Whose question is this? Who's
Milan?
What did she say now?
Is head a C breaker, maybe a deal breaker if someone isn't willing to give it to you?
Milan, do you mean a deal breaker?
Do you mean a deal breaker? Because
it's a C breaker.
Maybe you have an iPhone and it's auto text. Deal breaker. Fucking iPhones. I got an iPhone. I can't stand that.
She said
head a deal breaker.
Someone won't give it to you?
Yeah.
If that's
a deal breaker if someone isn't willing to give it to you. I mean, I don't think it's a deal breaker. Some people may think it's a deal breaker, but like for me, I mean, that's only one minuscule act of sex. I mean, unless their form of sex is head and not giving like peen inside the hole,
Well, I was having a conversation yesterday, and this ties in. I feel like I think it's good to get or seek the advice or counsel of others, and those I would feel that you value. I mean, because the world, everybody has a soapbox now, so you can hear all type of people's do's and don'ts and their thoughts and opinions on everything, but it really boils down to what your requirements are within the confines of your relationship. Because I could say one thing, Elle could say one thing, Arkansas Barbie can say something, Rick the Critic can say something, and now you got all this information, but at the end of the day, you got to be honest with yourself about where that falls, and where I really mean that on the pie chart. If we're looking at 100%, it's nothing wrong with if that's 30 or 40% of a relationship, of your relationship, because those are things you need within your relationship for it to flourish. So you can get the advice, and it's like, I feel this way, she feels that way. But at the end of the day, you got to be honest with yourself. Like, how important is this to me? Or how important is it, and I mentioned this earlier because I've heard this, that they want me to do them or give it to them, but they don't want to give it to me. So you need to really kind of sit, because you are the only person that would know that. You're the only person that won't be a recipient of or will be giving but not getting, all that stuff will be happening. The world's not going to know that unless you tell them, so you'll be at home knowing, or that your partner is not giving you something that you really feel like is a big part of your relationship, and if you have listened to everyone else and it's like, well, most people say it's not a big deal, but you find out later on, now you might be headed for some trouble. You might dip out the relationship because this is something you want, and you find yourself, kind of venturing off because it was a bigger need that you wanted, and you weren't honest with yourself. Or I'm not saying somebody would get divorced over that, but you just never know. You never know. People start, that thing could magnify other stuff, and it's you know, the pile up, and now you're like, I can't do it. But that was the catalyst to it. So I think that it starts with being honest with yourself. And in that conversation I was saying I had yesterday, I was it was mentioned to me that this guy was like, you know, I don't know why, you know, women are withholding the draws. You know, just give them the draws. Stop holding them. You know, I mean, don't make that man wait. And when I hear that, the thing that clicks is it's never about making him wait. I got to be comfortable. If I give it to you, I'm willing to deal with whatever, whether you stay, whether you don't. It was my decision. It really sucks and it's bad when you go based on somebody else's timetable or their need. That's when it's a problem. So I think specifically with women, because we're emotional, and even the ones that are in the world, you know, running around like they guys, it's just not set up like that for us. We are naturally nurturers. We're more emotional. We get attached, you know, and through intimacy, men aren't really like that. So I feel like even anatomy wise, it's set up that way. You can't see how many, you can't feel how many sexual partners a man has from the shape of his penis. But a woman's walls change from things that are happening with her. You know what I mean? You could get worn out. There's just stuff that's happening. A man penetrates and goes into a woman. You know, she's stretching and stuff. A man, that's not happening with him. So it's set up differently. So I think with all that, whether it's oral sex, whether it's, you know, giving up, you know, the draws, or, you know, deciding I want to have sex with him, don't let anybody pressure you. I don't care what they do, because somebody will sell you moon rocks. They'll do whatever it is, especially if you tell them everything they need to do. And so you have to be comfortable with, if I do this, it's because I wanted to. And if I do this, I'm comfortable with whatever the outcome is. Because, yeah, he may change up after. And you may have been knowing this dude 4-5 months, you know, or, you know, shorter period of time, but he just showed you the world. He just made you feel a certain way. Don't just go based on what he wants or what he's done equals I have to give it to him. It needs to be, I'm doing it because I want to, and however it pans out, I'm okay with it. This was my decision and I'm ready. And that's it. And I think, I don't know, Milan, if that answered your question, but if it's a deal breaker for you, then it's a deal breaker. It's not about, I mean, I love that you still are asking, because you getting this feedback. But if you want it and he's not giving it, and in your pie chart, it's like, is this gonna really be a big thing for me? Or, you know, am I gonna say yeah and try to get him to change it later? Or am I gonna respect that this is what he's telling me and believe him? Because sometimes people will do that. You know, it's like, I know he's saying he's not gonna do it, but he's gonna do it. I'm gonna change his mind. And that's the worst. Because I reverse it. Would you want somebody to do that to you? I know she said that she doesn't like this, but I'm a change her mind. No, this is what I said. This is how I'm rocking, and respect it. If it works for you, fine. If not, it doesn't make you a bad person. We just not a good fit. Because this is what I need fulfilled in my pie chart for me to have a healthy relationship and for it to flourish. You know? So I'm not, you got to know what your pie chart is. You know, you have to know. And I think that requires for people to really delve into knowing who they are and not being peer pressured or, you know, overwhelmed or, you know, so pushed into what's heavily marketed to what you should be doing. The world will have you fulfilling their definition of success, happiness, goals, and all that. And that's not even what you like. But because stuff is so heavily marketed and pushed, and, you know, it's a majority, you easily can adapt some of these things if you're not solid in who you are, or constantly, like, you know, reaffirming, like, I don't do that. That's not what I like. This is how I'm rocking, you know? And hopefully I can't see it, but I hope that answered your question.
She said it is. Well said, Vera.
She said, no, never try to change someone's mind. I can see that. Okay, cool. Yep. You're right. Don't. Somebody's trying to get you to change your mind. That's a red flag. I think that you should pay attention to red flags in relationships. or when you're dealing with somebody, you already coming in, you trying to get me to change my mind, which means you're heavily pushing what you want. That's already a problem for me. That means if you're doing that from jump, that's going to be something that could be ongoing within our relationship. I don't need to be fighting you about what I stand for, who I am, the standard, and my requirements, just like I'm not going to do it to you. So if we're already coming out the gate like that, nope, that's the first red flag. And then you need to know what your red flags are. Like, oh, nope, that's a deal breaker. That's a non-negotiable. We're done. I'm not about to waste your time because you're definitely not what I'm looking for. And I'm not what you're looking for. And we're going to waste each other's time. So toodaloo, moving right along, because this is not going to work.
Yeah, I agree.
Was that my topic?
No, we had jumped. You started on your topic, but there was a question because it pinned into the question icon. So I want to just address it since it was for the prior.
Got you. Do we have
topic?
Any more?
So now you can continue on your topic because you
can you see anything? Are we good in there? Any comments?
We're good. Journey of Legends just said you're vanilla if you don't do some of the things according to the masses.
Yeah. According to them. And half of those people, as we talked about, are saying stuff in lyrics and everything that they doing it, and they not even really doing it.
Ain't living it. You just talking.
Don't believe the hype. Don't believe what they tell you. So mine was how to transition when you outgrow individuals. And I think I was saying that it seems like that's easy, but I watch people, and then I've experienced that, and there are things that need to happen. So that's why I went in my bowl. So sometimes when you can outgrow someone, I learned, and it might be other reasons, but specifically from, my experience, I've learned you can outgrow people just because life is happening and they're totally going in a different direction than you are. Maybe the core values aren't the same. Maybe the things that you guys used to do, you feel like this is not, I've said repeatedly, a good fit. We aren't good for each other. And that can happen in friendships, not just relationships. But I say specifically, when I say not good for each other, I think people will just kind of coexist around people because of familiarity, or it's just like, this is how it's always been, or we've known each other since we were kids, or this is family. But that goes back to what we were just talking about. What your core values are, what your goals are, what you're trying to do and what it requires, the type of people that you should be and shouldn't be entertaining. And I'm a strong believer that iron sharpens iron. So that can prompt outgrowing someone quickly when you have those things like, right in front of you, and it's like, this is what's going on. So I find when that happens, it's very hard for people because it doesn't make sense. It's like they didn't do anything, I don't understand why, we can't continue to be in this relationship, because it's a relationship. Friendships are relationships. Family is those are relationships, and relationships, when you're within relationship, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, dating, marriage. I just feel like when it first happens, the way that you should tackle it, first acknowledging that you've outgrown a person. I think people will dance around it and you'll be feeling some type of way. You ever go somewhere and you're with this person and you like, I used to have fun. Like we don't talk about anything anymore. Like when I'm with them, it's just like I'm waiting for the time to pass. Like, come on. And it's just routine, or the conversation is not seasoned. It doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just not to your liking. It's like, what are we talking about? What is this? When you start having those aha moments or that feeling, you're outgrowing a person. Outgrowing someone doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just life. Imagine if you kept trying to wear some clothes you had in the 2nd or 3rd grade. It's just not going to work. Imagine if you kept all that stuff in your drawers. Just what are you going to do with the other stuff? You know what I mean? So, and of course, some people may say, I get some more furniture. not literally, you know, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Because of course you can make accommodations. And that's another thing. Now you're starting to accommodate some stuff that you know doesn't need to be there. It's like it doesn't work anymore. And I think that there are healthy ways to make that transition. One, you can just rip it off like a Band-Aid, and you can talk to the person and just say, because I care for you and because of the, you know, the relationship or bond we've had, I just want to bring this to your attention. I feel like, you know, our conversations are not solid. I feel like we're just passing time. You know, these are not conversations. I find people can notice it right away within a relationship, you know, like the dynamics of couples. But you'll have dead weight hanging around you from because of diaper buddies, you know, childhood friends or family members. And it's still the same. They're all relationships. So I think if you can do it the first way and the person really, you guys, if they have value, I think the person will listen. And it's like, yeah, this is just, it's not what I feel like it needs to be. And maybe it can be repaired. But I think if you can do that and kind of hear the feedback, that kind of give you an idea of how the transition is going to go. Because some people may be in straight denial. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is what we've always done. You tripping. Oh, you being extra. When it's not received and someone's not really listening, that's like, okay, phase 2. I'm just going to have to shake you. I'm going to start making adjustments and cutting the time and the energy that I give to this relationship. And you just going to feel it. I tried to come and communicate initially, but you weren't receptive. So now I'm going to have to it's going to be reflected in my actions that there's a transition that's happening. Doesn't mean I don't love you. Doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying? We're family, you know, but I can't do the things that we used to do. I can't give the way that I did, whether it's energy, time, monetary. Only you would know the way the relationship is. But I think people have a really hard time with this because of repetition, because of life, and just it's like it's the norm, you know, it's just normalized and people just occupy space. But the biggest thing I think that you should think about there is, and I always say I'm spiritual, I never want someone to be occupying a space for that could be occupied with what I was praying for. If I'm asking for something and it's not space for it to come, I feel like it's held up because I got all this other stuff here, other people that don't belong there. So I'd rather let you move on because you might get somebody that works very well within the dynamic of what you got going on. And now I have space for what I've asked for to come. Yeah.
I feel that, and while you were talking about it, I can think of many of my own personal situations down to the prior friendship I had before pregnancy, and even up until events that you and I have talked about more recently, where people show their true colors and you're like, it's almost like, well, do you brush it off and give them a pass, or do you really like pay attention to this sign? You know what I'm saying? Are they occupying time mentally, physically, emotionally, just, you know, in your space? Because thinking about just my current situation, it's like, maybe these issues happened because it was time for this person to move to the side for another person who's even like engaged and supportive, you know what I'm saying? And that's just me, our conversations. But it's like, did this situation happen for that person that's been in my life to be maybe pushed a little to the side because they're occupying space to open room for this new person in my life to be here to occupy space where it's very fruitful, you know? Because in this situation, in a sense, it could be fruitful in a supportive aspect, but that's just it. It's like surface support versus the new thing coming in is very fruitful and evolving, you know? And people in the comment probably don't know, but you know what I'm talking about. And I think it's like people can probably grasp it, but like, you know.
But even if they don't know specifically, I think it still generally is overall tying into the same thing. Because
and I think we stick around with people because we'll be like, well, they were supportive in this part of my life and this, and that, and they did this, and that. But then you really have to look at it honestly and transparently and say, well, yeah, but are they evolving me? Because sometimes support, the way people support you is just that. It's just like when people just say, hi, how are you doing? They feel like they have to say, how are you doing? So people feel like they have to be supportive in certain aspects. But it's just that. To me, it's just surface versus people evolving you. So.
And that can go both ways too.
Yeah.
You too can be a hindrance to someone. Exactly. That's why you should always be kind of checking and seeing how you add to, or you an asset to the relationships that you have in your life, or people you call friend or hold a title of some sort, if it's a family member or within a couple type relationship. How are you serving that? How do you give? You know, what type of asset are you? Because sometimes you need to be honest with yourself and be like, I'm holding this person back. I'm not supportive. I'm not any of the things that I know they speak of or they desire to have in their lives. I'm occupying space. And that's some real maturity that comes into play, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not just a one-way thing. I see a lot of comments. Can you read those comments?
Yeah.
There's questions we have to answer. Yeah. If you guys have questions.
So, let's see. Milan said, people get comfortable and accept that plateau of growth. But for those that want to grow it, gets uncomfortable with lack of growth and expansion. And Josiah said, the worst be the ones that go, how are you? And keep walking, estimates. Because it's just, that's what I'm supposed to say. And Journey of a Legend said, I think we just like a comfort zone, and that's why it's difficult. I mean, in a sense, where you're just used to them being there and you hold on to that old thing you had. Meredith said, I believe everything happens for a reason and there's natural flow to things. So when the relationship or friendship ends, that's just the thing that's supposed to happen. And Josiah said, most definitely, move feelings, that's it, a necessity. That it's a necessity. And Journey of a Legend said, them as opposed to what you have done for me lately type mindset. I continued my thought.
Okay. Yeah. And if there's, you know, any questions you guys have in regards to that, I like, Elle, that you catch it, because I know it's like, that's one of the things I like for this different from, you know, that we add to our lives. Yeah. I like the engagement is very important. What is the point of us having a conversation with each other and you guys are talking in here and you're tuning in? It's like, if we can see it, let's address it. This is open conversation. That's what Sipping Live is all about. Exactly. You know, open, transparent, and you can ask whatever. And if you see that in the comments, you know, we can address it. You know, we can give our insight, you know, our thoughts, our perspective, and hopefully it's something that you can equip yourself with, or gives you some different, you know, insight now, or just a better understanding of like, oh, okay, I didn't think of it that way. And I love that you guys talk within the comments too. That's really cool. I can see, you know, people talking to each other in there. And that's so cool, because I was just saying the other day, so many conversations are being had about stuff, and that perspective is widely spread because it's just the only one. So if we continue just to talk, and I say before we have Sipping Live amongst each other, those are just our thoughts with each other. Yeah. And we say, I don't know why would they think that? Somebody should say something. Well, if you recognize it, you might be the person that needs to do something. Thus, Sipping Live, you know, so I think that's really cool. But if there's any, I can just see
there is a question. Hold on, someone pinned a question. Milan said, is it possible for someone not to grow quick enough for you to stay around and not outgrow them?
That
you
go ahead.
I personally think that after some time, it's not even the question of are they not growing quick enough. At some point, you have to say, like, they're not growing, or they're fine being where they are. Like, I'm all about giving people grace, and because I know the type of person I am, I grow at a fast pace. I grasp things at a fast pace, and I know other people are slower than me. But after a good amount of time, you kind of know, like, are they getting it or are they not getting it? You know what I'm saying? Because what's the time limit you give on things like that, you know? And what were you going to say, Bear?
I'm at a place, and this goes back to what I was saying earlier. You got to know you. But I'm at a place where lip service means nothing to me.
Yes, action.
You're doing. And I have decided what's comfortable for me time frame wise. There are people that will give someone 5 years and you will see someone broken and sobbing saying, I waited for you to change and you never did. You kept telling me that you were going to do it, but you never did. And it's disheartening. I'm sure there's a lot of frustration there, but at what point did the person value themselves enough to say, I can't give any more time to this?
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing for them. You're looking out for you. You know, this is your life. And the more time you keep putting into something and someone is saying one thing, but doing something else, you got to believe what they're doing. You got to believe what someone's showing you. And I think that effort speaks volumes repeatedly. You know when somebody is trying to grow. It's not even a doubt in your mind, and you see it. It's almost like someone has the knowledge but lacks the implementation. I used to tell my kids, I tell people, either you don't know or you just don't give a damn.
Yeah.
So now that we're having this conversation, and I'm telling you, this is a problem for me. I feel like we need to do these things more. You know, what are your thoughts? We're having dialogue. This is not my to-do list that I'm throwing on you. I need to know. That's where the person says, well, I thought I was doing that. Or, you know, that's hard for me. Or how can I do these things because I really don't know how. That's effort. Then you equip them. These are things that I think. And with Google, people can find out all kind of stuff. This is wrong, but I feel like this with men. I've seen men know the stats of their favorite team, basketball players, what they doing off season, what they doing on season, who's up for the draft, who's traded. I mean, they know. Because
you can't research no shit in no other area to keep your woman.
But it's not even research. They care. They make it their business to know about these sports. So you're telling me you can't make it your business to figure out what it is that I'm communicating to you that I need, how to get it to me? And it goes both ways.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not just putting this on men, but if the communication has happened, at that point, now the time has started because I told you. So now I'm watching what you do. You can keep saying, I'm trying. You rushing me. I don't get it as fast as everybody else. I'm trying. My clock is going. And only
Negro, you had 15 years. You've been trying for 15 years, Negro.
Some people are comfortable with giving 15 years. Some people do it in fear because it's like, I'd rather deal with this than be by myself, or I'd rather deal with this than have to be alone again and start dating or whatever. But the value that you put on your time is going to determine how much time you give somebody else to grow, if that makes sense to you. That's how I would look at it. The value I have on my time, I'm already this is how much time I'm giving this person, and I'm watching you. I'm not listening to what you're saying. I'm watching what you're doing based on the communication we've had. We tabled it. We talked about it. I told you what's going on, what I need, what I'd like to see. And I've listened to you, your thoughts. So now we got some action items. Now I'm watching you. You on the clock. And I know how much time I can give. So, Milan, you only know how much time, and I wouldn't base it on nobody else, because you'll be the person that wasted your time. Not my time, not Elle's time, not your homegirl's time. You'll be sitting there, and I hope you wouldn't be crying like Rose on Fences when she told Troy she had a life too. You know what I'm saying? Viola was giving the performance of her life. Now, she said, I had dreams too. I was like, my heart, because it was just really messed up that whole movie was just sad, you know? But it's like, he just wanted to laugh. You were in a routine. Clearly there was no communication. He done got some girl pregnant because she made him laugh because he come going down to the bar. When a conversation could have been had, and it never feel like it's brutal when it's better to have raw honesty so somebody knows. I don't got no problem telling somebody I feel like everything is serious. I don't feel happy. Do you feel that way too? Don't go assuming, or, feeling like, well, they got to know. They need to know. They can see. They can tell by the way my energy is. Now you tripping. You need to say that. Write a letter, a note, text message. You need to tell the person where you're at emotionally, mentally, everything, so they know what they're dealing with. It's the worst when you don't know what you're dealing with. You have no idea. And then you say, I can't take it no more. Well, when did you start taking it? When was I in trouble? When was it a problem? You got to communicate when you know I'm on E, it's a problem. We're in the red. This is not working. Let them know so the time can start. The time should start from the time it was communicated, not the assumption they should have known and now I can't take it. Hopefully that answers Milan's question.
I'm going to read some of the comments.
Okay.
Journey of a Legend said, I think we got hella hearts hopping off here.
Hey.
Journey of Legend said, I think we just like a comfort zone, and that's why it's difficult. I mean, in a sense, where you're just used to them being there and you hold on to that old thing you had with them. And Meredith said, I believe everything happens for a reason and there's a natural flow to things. So when a relationship or a friendship ends, that's just a thing that's supposed to happen. Mm-hmm. Josiah said, most definitely move feelings that it's most definitely move feeling that it's a necessity. Journey of a Legend said, them as opposed to the what have you done for me lately type mindset. I continued my thought, he says.
And those are the old comments. You got to start. Now the new comments will start after that.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I didn't read them.
Y'all, the Prosecco was kicking in, y'all.
I didn't remember reading those.
I did. Y'all see how she had that bottle of Prosecco earlier? It's hitting her now. It's hitting her. Look at her eyes and stuff. Talking about some, I didn't know. Yeah, the comments start now after that last.
Okay, bitch. Okay. Like, I swear I'm reading them. I'm like, okay, because I was scrolling through trying to find where I left off.
They start where after you read
Arkansas said, I will say yes, and I have lost friendships because they are just stuck. And Milan said they want to grow, but it will take time. Fuck taking time. Journey of a Legend said, I think if you're around someone long enough to know if they're giving their best effort to improve or if they're just doing enough to stay off their backs. And that's what you have to watch out for. They'll do a little action just to keep you off their back and then fall right back into their old ways. So you have to be conscious and aware of they asses doing that shit, or your ass gonna be stuck too, repeating the same thing over and over. Milan said to Journey of a Legend, very true. And she said to Arkansas, Barbie, same. Arkansas said, if you are still doing the same things for 2 years ago, 2 years you were stuck. Rick the Critic said, are you saying that people have no value everyone has an opinion. If it differs from your time frame, I think it's about how you were raised in your household. I think that when you meet a person, and then Milan said, "Oh hell no, not the fences for me," and then Rick continues. Rick continues. You are looking for the things that you want or like in a person. As time goes on, you move forward. Sometimes they just haven't come into the realm of your reality. And Milan said, "Sunday fun day." And Arkansas said, "Them eyes low, she rolling." I'm good, y'all. I'm chilling. I'm enjoying today's Sunday conversation. I'm good. I'm barely yawning. I'm feeling good today. I told y'all I'm on soft girl season. You know, soft girl hashtag soft girl season.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, one of the things, it was interesting because that proves the point I was saying earlier. What Rick the critic said, sometimes they haven't come into it.
Yeah.
And see, it's that right there. That's great for what she said.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone said, she said, you know, maybe they haven't come into it, they'll be mad at her. She can do that. Mm-hmm. That's the understanding she has and what she's willing to give to it. Like, you know, yeah. Maybe they haven't got it. But somebody else might be like, nah, I don't.
But after 20 years, are they still not like into your?
That's why there's really no right or wrong answer. It's equip yourself. I believe it's great to seek counsel, but at the end of the day, you have to have your deal breakers, your non-negotiables, and the value you have on time for yourself. You can't blame nobody else. You can't, you know, say I did it because this person said it. They should give him 3 months. Steve Harvey's book said 90 days. You know, with certain stuff. Yeah. If you want to follow that, that's what you chose. That you can't blame that on Steve, Rick, me, Elle. Yes. You get all the information.
You're not changing, you're choosing. So if you choose to say 90 days, a year, 50 years, 20 years, 50 years, bitch, that's on you.
That's wild.
That's on you.
That's wild.
You chose that.
That's wild.
You chose that.
She said, not the soft girl season gang signs. Yes, Arkansas Barbie. I was like, is she gang banging over there?
Hashtag soft girl season. I'm, like they say, I'm living my soft life right now.
Oh.
I'm healing. I'm making money.
Oh my God.
I'm just doing me. I'm in my soft girl life right now. Aren't you?
I can't. I can't with you. What bowl are you going to now? What are you going to?
I think I'm gonna get into. I'm going back spicy. Fuck it. We here today. We in the spicy bowl today, bitch. We in the spicy bowl.
Rick the critic said, while you're digging for your spicy bowl, she said, you know, in the beginning what you dealing with, you made the decision in the front, hoping that they will maybe catch up.
Facts. Oh, and we got another question too from Milan. It says, mild topic, confidence versus validation. We gonna put that in the bowl, Milan.
She said confidence versus validation.
Validation.
The ego is such a delicate thing.
But that's a good topic too, because
we can put it on. We can table it. You go ahead and put yours on there, and I'll put it at the thing right here.
Okay. Milan said to Rick, big facts. And Arkansas said, I am dead. Y'all gonna send me into early labor, swear. And Legend said, good question. All right, well, what I pulled isn't going to be too long anyway, so if we want to get into the confidence validation, it's up to you. But do you go to the club to find love? Is that where the hoes be?
What's the question?
Those are the questions. So, Glorilla.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
F-R-E, nigga, fuck, nigga, free. But so wait, first of all, can I just say, and my sister, not KK, my other sister said, You know, her name is Gloria, but they spelt it Glorilla, like, because, you know, in Spanish, LL is yeah, Gloria. Did you know her name is Gloria, but they say gorilla? Did you know that?
I'm not gonna.
Did you know that? Because I was like, oh, Gloria, bitch, that ain't Gloria, Gloria. She said, no, it's gorilla. I said, but 2 Y's is yeah in Spanish. Anyway, I just thought this was funny because I've met people. I mean, one of my partners back in the day, we were together, 3 years maybe. I met him in the club, but she said, bitches, stay woke. Bitches, stay woke. Why you going to the club? That's where they go to meet the hoes. And I'm like, well, bitch, what club you going to? Because not all clubs are whole filled, I guess. I don't know. Do you go to the club? Where do you go to? If you're a single woman, here's my question then. If you're a single woman, where do you go to meet men? Because I know I've been at bars, I've been at clubs, I've been at restaurants, I've been in the mall. So where is a good place to meet a man? In our clubs off limits?
That's your question?
Yeah, because shit.
So the question,
yes, club when they have a Friday night drink and dance.
So the question is, if you're a single woman, where do you go to meet? To go to find or meet men?
To meet men, yeah, that you can potentially date. You know.
So were you?
What's off limits? I mean, like, I ain't gonna go looking for a man at a strip club, but a regular club, like, he at the club just like me enjoying the weekend. So where are places you go to find a man to you know, to engage, to communicate, to go on, find someone to maybe go on dates and see where it takes you?
This is my take on it, and were you finished?
Yeah, I'm done.
For women, they got it all backwards. I feel like women, a lot of them are like, they're being pushed to go hunt. I'm not going to find a man anywhere. First of all, it got to be more than a man. He got to have some stuff going on. Me personally, I would start with things that I enjoy doing, that I like doing.
The pie chart.
Yeah, like what are some things you like doing or some interests you have? Don't make it about finding him. You exhaust yourself. It can get frustrating. You deplete it because you're looking for, first of all, a man. Not even the requirement.
Just be there and see what the universe conjures up for you to potentially meet somebody.
Yeah, but I say be intentional. I say be intentional with, I'm going to take a sushi making class because I enjoy that, and that's something I want to do. I'm going to go out to the boat races because that's what I want to do. Whether it's with other females, other male and female friends that I have, whatever, I think people make it a hunt. And they just completely negate, overlook that. What do you like? That's because if I meet someone doing something I like, and that's how to answer the question, I don't think the club is off limits. Because if you like the damn club, go to the club. Not to find a man, but because you genuinely like going to the club, lounge, club, wherever. When you make it about, and Gloria, Gorilla, whatever, I saw her, I don't even want to get into that because I wouldn't want to meet her nowhere. While she talking about what she means, I wouldn't want to meet you nowhere. You know, anybody can be in a club. If somebody can end up in a club because somebody took them to a club or there was a birthday party, it doesn't mean it's just hoes at the club. What if we were renting a space at a club as the venue? We were having something there in the VIP section in celebration of whatever occasion. And that's how I got there. That's how this guy got there. We not hoes in the club, you know? So I think that it's not so much of where can you find them or where you can't. It's about, what do you like? Stop hunting. What do you like to do? What are some interests that you wanted to kind of get into, or some things you wanted to check out but you never did? And it's okay to go to invites. But if you go into the club every weekend on the hunt to find a man, I'm just saying, you're working backwards. You're working too hard. You're working too hard. If you like the club, do you? I'm not going to tell you what you can and you can't find in the club, because everybody, for me to say everybody in the club as a whole, now I'm an X-Man. I done read everybody whole facts. I know what they got going on. I'm Professor.
Not the car facts, but the whole facts.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a ridiculous statement to make. And for her to make it, it's like, you know, because you a hoe at the club. You hoeing at the club, and your homegirls wish you must be hoes too, and y'all must be a great majority. So you saying we all some hoes up in the club? Ain't nothing but hoes up in here, because we the hoes that's in here. That's the facts. I'm not taking no advice from her. If you like the club, rock out. Rock out. If you enjoy the music, the whole energy of it, the bar, then be a club hopper. Go, you know, really dig in. I go to this club. I try this club. Now, when you frequent in the same club, stop lying to yourself. I go every Saturday night. I'm at the 4 Leaf. I go up there. I'm not looking for nobody. You a lie, because you going in there, and then if you complaining about I can't meet nobody, well, you go to the same damn spot all the time. How you insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, right? So venture out your comfort zone, and it's so much not your comfort zone because you're doing something that you like anyway, or you're trying something you wanted to anyway, and you say the universe, let it just work. Let things just happen. Don't put the expectation or the energy of you on the hunt. You know, I gotta find me a man tonight. Like you in the caveman days, you got your billy club with you and you looking for a man in the club. I'm not looking for no man nowhere. Because of, this is my belief, my energy, who I am, how I rock, what's gonna come to me is gonna come to me. I'm gonna keep moving, and I'm always going to be partaking in things that grow me, trying new things that I haven't tried before, and doing things I already know I enjoy. How you not gonna meet somebody doing that? And be patient. Yeah. People are so impatient. It's like, I want a man, Amazon Prime, next day. Cut it out. It don't work.
Overnight delivery, 4 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Right. It's like, let it breathe. Stop putting time frames on what you feel should be happening. Just be. That's a part of faith. Be and believe it's going to happen. Position yourself. And my big rule is, while you looking for a man, we talked about this a few sipping lines back, would you date yourself? People be looking for a man that ain't even ready to be in relationship. Like, would you date you? Take that time in while you're out and about. Make sure you got your stuff in order to be in relationship.
Yep.
People looking for somebody. Are you looking for a man for what? For sex? Mm-hmm. For a relationship? For a friendship? Why are you looking for a man? You might be looking for a hoe. That's why you at the club. Maybe you looking for a hoe. That's why you at the club. I don't know. But if it's relationship, and it's like you preface, where do you find, single men? Where does a single woman go to find men? Anywhere you want to be. It becomes work. Yeah, it becomes work and a hunt when you trying to do it based on somebody saying, girl, go to that place over there, because you gonna find you a man over there. So now you running over there. You might not even like it over there. Girl, if you downtown at 6 o'clock at the happy hour, it's going to be some men down there. So now you're running over there. Do you want to be there? You can find my belief is you can find exactly what you're looking for if you are it, be what you want to attract, and also you just live in life, a fruitful life. It will come. It will come.
Be about it.
Huh?
Be intentional about it.
Yeah, but I think
we talk about that all the time.
But I think they think being intentional sometimes is, I'm going to the club to find a man. I'm intentional. I'm hunting. It's like, you're doing a lot. First, are you prepared to take on a whole nother person? Do you want a man because you want a hoe, a mantress, a friend? What is your need for this man?
Yep.
Second, are you prepared to take on, however, hoe, friend, whatever? Do you have time to give to that?
Exactly.
You know, and is your stuff all in order? I don't need to be hunting nothing when my shit is messed up. Why am I hunting for anything and my stuff ain't together? It's crazy.
Yep.
People looking for something and it's like, but you not even together. You about to take something else on and your stuff ain't even together.
Right.
That's my take on it. I think you can find, a single woman can find whoever is for her, not a man, because you ain't just looking for a man. The homeless man at the corner is a man. It's a homeless man. You know, you're going to see men everywhere. You want a quality man, a man that meets the value system and has the things that you desire to have within the relationship, whether it's friendship or whatever. So you want to meet a certain kind of man. It's going to be different based on the individual. Get your affairs in orders, do things you love, have a fruitful life, and I believe you can meet the love of your life in the supermarket.
Back.
He might be the Amazon man delivering the package to your door. That wasn't at the club, you know? I think we just make it where it has to be, or people start saying where you can or you can't, and so people think that's it. That's how it has to be. This is what I have to do. This is what's going on. And that's nuts.
So let me read some of these comments. Meredith said, love ain't at the club, boo. Arkansas said, no. Her name is Gloria. Hallelujah. Rick said, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Arkansas said, Spanish clubs are different from urban clubs. Journey of a Legend said, you definitely have to know the percentages of what you will find in these environments. Josiah said, I don't think clubs are off limits, but I was told by a wise woman, you can meet a man doing stuff that you love. Milan said, live your life and not look for it. You're going to be let down each time unless you're explicitly paying for his service. Arkansas said,
Milan done went to the escorts. This is what he's here for.
Arkansas said the country clubs, mixers, dance classes. Meredith said, you have to stop looking and they will come to you. Josiah said, at Milan, not the service, LMAO. And Milan said, big facts. Arkansas said, the doctors are at Whole Foods every Wednesday looking so lost, FYI. And Jim's dropping. And Josiah said, explicitly. And Rick said, car shows, antique and classics, sports bras, musicals, plays. It depends on what kind of man you're looking for. Also, traveling is the best. And Milan said, for real, to Josiah. Arkansas said, take a class on Scandinavian rope bread. Go do something fun and different. Milan said, I've had situationships come out of getting a club number, but the key is no expectations. # let it breathe. And Arkansas said, Mantress hunting at the club. And Journey of a Legend said, you're running algorithms to find a mate, LOL.
That's wild. That's crazy. It's freaking nuts. It's ridiculous. That was yours, right? That wasn't mine. That was your time.
That was mine.
Well, because Milan pinned the question, because that's a question, it's not so much as a topic, we could touch on it. Confidence versus validation. The one that she said before.
Yeah.
I think that you'll know based on, if we're talking about, Milan, if you can answer this, are we talking about an individual, and if you feel like you're helping them grow their confidence, or they're telling you that and you feel like now they're just seeking validation? Yeah, because it's clearly a difference between the two.
Yes.
But I'm thinking specifically when it's a person that needs to be validated versus me saying, you're building someone's confidence. You're intentionally doing these things to assist them to become more confident in who they are. And I'm not saying it's just with kids, but I don't know why I'm thinking right away of younger people, like, or someone that's, has low self-esteem or something like that. That's when clearly it's a cut case. You're working with building confidence.
Yeah.
But as some
validation can make a person think that they're confident and they really aren't. People seek validation that makes them think that they feel confident, but at the end of the day, when that validation is gone, what do you have?
Give me an example.
Like, say you have low self-esteem, mm-hmm. and someone's like, girl, you the shit, you this, you that, just beefing you up and shit, validating that you were this person. In your mind, that's the person you want to be, but you don't think you can live up to that. And then here comes someone along saying, girl, you the shit, you're gorgeous, you this, you got this, you dress well, you blah, blah, blah. They're validating in your mind what you want to be or live up to, but ultimately you don't believe that yourself. Mm-hmm. That's just them validating what you hope that you could be. But bitch, you don't have that confidence. That's my own take on it. Confidence to me is when you're aware, you're conscious of who you are and yourself, and you walk with your head held high, not degrading or demeaning anyone, but you know who you are. Like, bitch, I'm a bad bitch. I'm not degrading you, but I know who I am. I am here. I am taking a space, and I'm loving myself and loving life. I don't need you to validate me, bitch. I don't need you to say, girl, bitch, I know.
What did I saw questions going up, or Milan, I think. Oh, yeah. Milan, I think she's.
Yeah, she said it was more so this versus that, not so much a question, sorry. And then Arkansas said, I really feel like a friend I have is looking for a lot of validation, and I'm getting so tired of it. Milan said to Arkansas, yes, validation gets tiring real fast. Milan said the topic also goes for social media, especially. Yeah, social media, people want validation. That's why they're on there pretending to be something they're not for the validation, because they don't have the confidence. It's easy to portray something on social media to get the validation, but when you turn that motherfucking phone off, bitch, you have no confidence. You don't believe you are what you have posted. Mm-hmm. You are just a sorry little ant living in your 250 square apartment that you're paying $2,500 for a month. You are there trying to figure out what you're going to post next to be. Your likes and comments validate you. You don't validate you. That's validation. When you can validate you, that is confidence. And confidence does not shit on other people, but you just have this air about you. You can walk in the room and people are like, oh shit. When you need validation, you're walking in the room like this. Until someone says, oh my gosh, I love your boots. And you're like, oh, thank you. You feel validated, bitch. But you didn't walk in that room with your head high so people can be like, damn, she's got that je ne sais quoi. Who is that? Who is this girl with this short curly hair? Oh my gosh, she's pulling off a short hair. Oh. And meanwhile, I'm walking here like, bitch, yes, I have short hair. I'm the shit. I'm the bomb. I'm that bitch. And I love you all. You know?
Hashtag Prosecco. I think Elle, you know, she said she pretty much hit on it. And what I would say, just, I always have said confidence is a feeling. And yes. And the way, the example I've always given, and you hear this, does the man make the suit or the suit make the man? People that have confidence don't need validation. It's like, this is who I am unapologetically. And I think it can be intimidating or irritating to people sometimes when someone has a whole lot of confidence. Like, I know she didn't come up in here looking like that, or I know when people do that a lot, that's because of some things that they don't feel confident to do. So the confidence versus validation, when Milan said this or that, confidence, I think, it's an unspoken thing. You feel it. It doesn't seek validation. You can sense this is a very confident person, the way they carry themselves, the way they don't need to ask constantly what everybody thinks, or you didn't even say that I was pretty. You said this person was pretty. Or, you know, you never tell me this. You know, if it's a constant, it will become what Milan said. It can be very exhausting. So the two clearly are different. And I think you'll know the distinction between the two based on who you're dealing with, because it's a constant. You'll always have to reassure, you know, validate over and over again. And you'll see them seek it not only from you, but multiple people. That's when you know it's validation. Because sometimes within the confines of relationships or things like that, there are things where someone may need reassurance from who they're with, you know, or, you know, just the dynamics of that relationship. When you see they got to ask you and they need that person, I need everybody in the whole place to be looking at me and telling me I was the best looking person, best dressed. It's like, that's validation. But when you come,
I walked in there like I'm the best dressed because I knew I was the best dressed, bitch.
My confidence says constantly, and I say this, great people don't talk about themselves, other people do. And when you're confident, people will talk about you good and bad. You know, you will make a splash.
You ain't ever been in.
Yeah, you will make a splash. You will make an imprint, you know, intentionally and unintentionally because of who you are, you know. So I don't know if it wasn't so with the question, Milan, where you said this or that, but that's my take on it. Messiah said, I stay letting people talk about me. Oh my goodness.
Let's see. Meredith said, confidence, definitely. Journey of Legend said, people do it on IG all the time. When people need a fix, they take a picture with all their best angles and let the likes and comments refuel them. Arkansas said, it sure does. Who are you in real life? Erica Banks is a case in point. Like you said, Josiah said,
did you mute yourself? Can you guys hear Elle? I can't hear Elle. I can hear you now. Yeah. What happened?
a certain person was just trying to fucking FaceTime me.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just making sure I couldn't hear you. Yeah. But the confidence versus the validation, those are things to look for within the people around you too. Good question, Milan. Did we kind of cover it for you? Is Milan still there?
I'm pretty sure she is. She just hasn't responded yet.
Okay. So I'm going to jump into, I think I'm going to go into my spicy bowl.
Hey.
Because my topics I be going on and on.
Yes, she said.
What?
Milan said it. Yes, we covered it.
Great. Okay, so sexually inexperienced, looked at negatively. That's in my spicy bowl. It's not mild because it's so funny because we started off with the question you said about, you know, fellatio, head, whatever. I have never seen in my lifetime, I'm seeing it now, that it's frowned upon someone being sexually inexperienced. Even like last week, the topic where we talked about, would you date a virgin? You know, it was really cool because no one was like, oh my God, no, a virgin. But it is almost better to be sexually experienced. And if you're not, it's frowned upon. Like, how do you not know? It's like, because I'm 11. You know what I mean? It's like, these kids, and I say specifically because I see it a lot with them, it's like the stuff that they're exposed to and they're supposed to know and they're doing, it's frowned upon. Like, how do you not know? You know, if we were saying how to give head, you're
just about to say that. You know how to get fellatio?
Yeah, you're 15. You know, how do you not know how to ride it? Or, you know, how do you not know about truffle butter? It's just so widely pushed musically and, you know, social media, everything. It's like, why is it looked at negatively that I'm sexually inexperienced? And I'm saying specifically for the ages. I get it if you're older, and I still think it shouldn't be frowned upon. But for these young people, it's like for a 20-year-old to not have had some, you know, sexual partners she don't really know. It's like, yuck. And that's crazy to me. Like, you're 20, you're 19, you're 16.
Bitch, you can't even buy liquor.
At 16, you should not
own a cigarette.
I'm just saying, at 16, you should not be coming in knowing everything to do. And, you know, I mean, I'm just trying to elaborate. I'll throw it to you, but I just feel like so many young people now, it's pushed for them to be sexually experienced because it's negatively looked at for them not to be. It's like, I don't want to be the person that doesn't know how to ride it, how to, you know, to please somebody. And then, I mean, they're not even looking at, like, every person might be different. You know, it's just unfortunate. And I feel like that's something I wanted to put out there because I disagree. You shouldn't. If I got with somebody and I was 20, I'm just thinking about when I was 20, and they had all these requests and they knew what was going on, I really would be like, I don't know how to do all this. Exactly. And if it was frowned upon that I didn't, then they can kick rocks because you're 20. Like, you shouldn't know how to do all this stuff that they're talking about in songs. Or do you see on Pornhub or something? It's okay not to know how to do that. It's okay to not know these sexual terms or how to please somebody. You should be learning, you know, it's okay. Don't come in like, yo, I done this with 12 other dudes, so now you about to get it right. Like 12, and I would start thinking, because I'm just go down the rabbit hole like that. If I was a guy and I got with a girl that was like 19 or 18, and she knew her way around the bedroom, like she was doing things, I would be like, damn, where did she get all this experience from? I would want to know. Like, she turning me out. Like, how does she know this? Anything you are good at requires some practice. So, I mean, how many practice partners does she have? That's when it becomes degrading. Like, damn. She'd be like, I topped you off good, huh? After I got through the 23 people, you whoa. You know?
And that's what sucks though, because younger generations, like, it's such pressure to know and do all these things way before you're ready. First of all, I didn't lose my virginity till damn near a few months shy of my 20th birthday. Okay? And I definitely wasn't on my knees getting fellatio way until another whole ass relationship years later. Okay? So I was a very inexperienced person, and it just sucks that nowadays, in the climate we're in with social media and with sex being pushed so much, that men and women, young men and women, feel so pressured to know so much or do all these things about sex. And the unfortunate thing is that if you don't know something, you're easily pulled into an older woman or man teaching you, which can lead to prostitution, lead to sex trafficking, lead to so many things that you really aren't ready for. You know what I'm saying? But because the society has pressured you into it, you're thinking, oh, well, this is okay until it's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like social media is just that. It's fucking digital shit. It's not your real life. It's not what the majority of people in your school or around you are doing. You know, it's a heightened form of peer pressure to me. But it's unfortunate that the younger generation, but even the older generation, feel pressured to be and do what society says sexually, even down to appearance and everything, you know? It's like, well, maybe if I get on my knees and suck the peen like this, I'll get likes, or he'll like me, or I'll do this, or I'll make money. It's like, no, you know, it's just unfortunate because it's fucking up the minds of the younger generation, the older generation too, but we're all older. It's the younger generation we need to worry about. And that goes to confidence and validation too. You need validation because you want to make sure you're sexually experienced like Jenny down the block.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but maybe Jenny down the block's mom, Becky, taught her to be like that, you know? So it's just unfortunate of what our younger generation is going through to try to keep up sexually, you know?
It's interesting, like, as far as social media, it's overly sexual. Like, I'm on social media now more because of Sipping Line. So there's stuff, I'm just like, anybody can look at this. I've sent stuff to you before.
Yeah, it's like you're blocking me for saying Black Lives Matter, yet homegirl is naked, twerking, vagina lips all out in the thing, cheeks spread wide, dark lines on her ass cheeks, breasts all showing and everything.
Yeah.
But you're censoring me because I said Black Lives Matter on the post, or I used the COVID word. You shut my shit off, but this bitch is naked, twerking, or riding someone. What the fuck?
Yeah, and they're real slick with it. Like the challenges, what's trending. That to me.
Yeah.
At first, I feel like I'm so old when I say this. Like, why am I following you? Like, what value do I get out of your page? That's already how I look at social media.
Yeah.
But the challenges just kill me. Like, everything is over sexualized. That last one I think I sent you was probably a new one now. But it was like, I saw older women, younger women, where they put their hands up and they go to the ground and they ride.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, so you want, this is riding. Stop trying to hide it under the guise of this challenge. And their kids or young people looking at this, you know, they just sell it so many ways. If you're not going to outright do it, then we're going to hide it under you doing a dance. Go and do it. So now you got the girl this young, this 10 or 11 doing this dance. Or if you're not going to do it that way, Halloween, you know, it's like you're putting on this costume. I can't stand in Halloween. It becomes a sexy nurse.
Sexy nurse.
Yeah, I'm a
Dracula,
doctor. I'm a sexy mechanic. It's like, no, you just want your ass out. And it's cool with that. Just do it. Don't. So all this stuff, I believe, transitions over to the young people. Even like the award shows, I just die when they show up with pasties over their nipples and a see-through gown. It's like, what creativity came with that? Y'all are all, Summer Walker really took the cake for me this last one. She literally had pasties on her nipples, nothing up here, and like a bottom, and that she's a perfect example of a line of validation. She was like, why y'all always talking about what I'm wearing or what I have going on. I'm like, you want people to talk about you.
You want people to talk.
You do this stuff
to get talked about. It's nothing artistic about what you're doing. Nothing artistic to get people talking about you artistically.
Right. Or saying these outlandish sexual lyrics. Like, I wish, and I think I saw Cardi B at one point, like Culture was coming in the room and WAP was playing, and she like turned, she like stopped. Because she knew she didn't
want to play for her kids, but she'll let the other kids listen to
right.
it.
And I'm sure she'll say, I'm not a role model, or you need to censor what your children listen to, but it's readily available. There is no, you got to fight to get to it. There is no, parental advisory. You need to verify the year of your birth to get to this. It's just easily accessible. It heightens everything. It piques these young people's curiosity, and they don't, the FOMO, they don't want to be left out. Who wants to be the person that's not?
I'm on the JOMO, joy of missing out, bitch.
Yeah, it's like, why? And what's so funny, if you flip that, how many icons do we have? Not a whole bunch. Billionaires, not a whole bunch. But the majority, you running behind the bandwagon for this. It's like, you got to look at it. If all y'all taking your clothes off, you on your knees, whatever, I don't need to be running to that club. It's no knock on what you're doing, but I have my individuality. I am who I am, but I feel like it's okay to not know. It's okay to be inexperienced. And if who you're with,
the imagination.
Yeah, but here's the thing for me, deal breaker. If who I'm with got a problem with me, and I'm saying this for someone younger, being inexperienced or vanilla, as Journey of a Legend said, bye. Because you got way more experience than I need to experience. How about that? I always look at it. Men can be hoes too. It's always like a woman can't have too much.
Yeah.
Or when a man doesn't want to play anymore, now he wants a woman that'll have a lot of miles on her. As they say, what's your body count? So let's get it right. I need to have a good enough body count to be experienced, but not too much so that I don't have too much experience. Because when you come out your whole phase, I need to be able to be good enough to be with you. No, that's too big of a cross to carry. It's too big of a burden. My thing is this: if who I'm with, I'm not saying for people to go ask how many bodies you have, but I don't want no man that was a hoe. If I openly know you a hoe, like I know people you've been hoeing around with, women need to be more select.
Yeah.
You can change the narrative. Even if it don't change for the world. Like I said, I exercise the power of my dollar. I exercise the power of who I'm going to open my legs to. You've been poking too many Johnnies for me. I don't know too many Johnnies. Nope. I know 5 or 6 people that done hit you. And you guys really have actually more than what we had. You guys can look on dating profiles and see, damn, this dude is on 7 dating profiles. Mm-hmm. Dang, this dude knows 3, 4, 5, whatever, 7 girls that I know. He's hit them. You got options. We didn't have this stuff back in the day. We didn't know. We couldn't look and see he on Hinge, he on Tinder, he's on whatever other app. You can see. If I see that too much, nah, that's a hoe. That's too many. That's too much for me. It's too much. So I just feel like the requirement or the shame that comes with you being sexually inexperienced is a no-go. Cut it out. It's nothing wrong with it. And you just need to, connect with somebody that's like, oh, I rock with it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, be gone. Like you said, go away. Go away. Last week, just go away.
Go away. Disappear.
Go away.
Shad, bitch. Shad.
Yeah, go away because we're not a good fit because you must be a hoe. You want me to be a hoe too. You a hoe over there by yourself. I don't know how to do that.
All right, let me read some comments. Journey of Legend said, I'm okay with an inexperienced partner. Let's figure out what you're good at. Arkansas said, I blame parents and social media. I just found out what donuts on the D means. And
wait.
What is donuts on the D, Arkansas?
What is that?
While she's answering, we'll read more. Josiah's laughing. Milan said, I feel like this is why older guys date younger girls for different reasons, but mainly for the exploitation. But if someone these days doesn't have experience, what would someone think? And Josiah said, not the fellatio. Arkansas said, I was not in high school getting it behind the bleachers. It's a culture thing I'm starting to strongly feel. Classy outfits are just gone. Everyone is just naked, and I'm tired of it. Journey of Legend said, naked equals saucy. Milan said, this is why I love celebrities like Zendaya. Classy, but is also my age. Journey of Legend said, you know how double standards go be. Arkansas said to Milan, Zendaya is just awesome. And Milan said to Arkansas, truth, knows how to be sexy, but herself and not overexposure. Arkansas, what is two donuts in a D? A donut on the D. What is a donut on the D? Because I ain't never heard that before.
No, that's a new term for me. That's why I said, what is that?
She said Chris Brown's song Go Crazy has a line that says donut on the D. D mean anal.
What?
But how does that mean anal? Like donut, where's the term donut?
Yeah, I literally would have thought donut, because the donut has a hole in it, right?
Yes, some. Donut on the D. Hold on. How do you spell donut?
Doughnuts. Donuts. Donuts.
Oh, well,
she said donuts on the D, like with an S.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
Did it come up?
No.
Put sexual term donuts on the D. It should come up in the Urban Dictionary. Journey of a Legend said maybe the butthole looks like a donut hole.
The Dunkin' Donut says a sexual position that is best performed in a bathroom stall. That's on Urban Dictionary. Hold on, let me see. Donut on the D. Hold on.
When you said in the bathroom stall, all I thought about was those nasty toilets you was talking about. Yeah.
Urban Dictionary ain't even got donut on the D.
Arkansas Barbie, you done brought a whole term in here that's not even on Google.
Let's see. Oh, so on the Chris Brown Go Crazy, the verse said, top down, got her doing donuts on the D.
Oh, that means she's probably, circling on it. She's
on the D, yeah.
I think it's the butt.
Yeah. And that's on Genius. Hold on. Let me find where it is so I can pull it up if it.
That makes sense though.
Yeah.
Because donuts.
She probably switching, turning around.
She's making circles on it.
Yeah. Because I was like, what?
I like it. Journey of a Legend said maybe the butthole looks like a donut.
I love y'all because we all trying to figure out the answer. That's what
now
is.
Now look, you see what we're doing. This is great. This is a great example. You see how she said it was a line from Chris Brown's song. So imagine someone that's 15 or 16 listening. It's like had her doing donuts on the D. Now they're like donuts on.
They going to get a donut from Dunkin' Donuts and put it on the D.
They trying to figure it out because they like, I don't want to be sexually inexperienced. Donuts on the D.
I'm gonna go buy these glazed donuts, put it on the D, and start fellatioing and eating at the same damn time. Mm-hmm. And then he'll just come and give me all the glaze on my donuts.
That's wild. Poor baby. They'll be like, I'm trying to do donuts on the D, like from Chris Brown's song. And you can't even really find it in Google. So imagine.
Yeah, because I'm still oh, here it is. And Genius don't even got it highlighted to say what the meaning is, but it just says top down, got her doing donuts on the dick. Yeah, pose for the flick. Damn it, bust it, baby. Watch you do it on the split. She don't need no hands or no pants. You do your dance, popping rubber bands at the dash, make it fast. Ooh.
Did the L just do like? Was that wasn't a freestyle? She was like, I'm gonna go ahead and hype this verse out.
I'm about to play the song so I can hear, so I can get the melody. Top down, gotta do a donuts on it. Yeah, post for click. Baby, what you do it on the split. She don't need no hands or no. Oh,
I know it's go crazy.
Yeah, I give it a really go crazy.
Yeah, but why? But that's interesting. Why did he have to put that in there? So many other things he could have said. This is what our world is coming to, guys.
Go on to Dunkin' Donuts or Winchell's.
What's in the comments? I saw somebody say,
"Oh,
hot and ready."
Oh, Arkansas said, I'm telling you what I was told by a couple of folks. Journey of Legend said that makes sense. That means she turning. Arkansas said, well, I stand corrected. I was just repeating what I was told, guys. Milan said, not the 15-year-olds. Arkansas said, not the Krispy Kreme hot and ready. Yep. Krispy Kreme 2 blocks from me, and they be having the hot and ready sign up when them shits is hot and ready. Meredith said, I think you're drunk, L. No, I'm feeling actually good though, but this is just an interesting combo, and I'm just very animated about it because, if you know me, I be animated sometimes. This is just funny as hell to me, I don't know. Journey said, I just listened to a recent Chris Brown album. Yeah, this is pretty much what his work consists of. And Milan said, love me some CB though. Play the song.
That's why. Well, hopefully you guys have gotten some interesting tidbits from tonight's Sippin' Live. What I do want to ask, action item, we are preparing to have our Sippin' Live Tasteful Experience for September of next year. We'll officially roll it out and let you know when tickets are on sale. But I'm always big on patronizing great customer service experience, other small business owners. So before we venture out, we are looking now, but if you guys know of a space that you've used before and you thought was really great, the host was great, because they have so much stuff now, from Airbnbs to Peerspace to, what was it, VRB or
VRBO,
they got room service. It's overly saturated, and I think it boils down to, because I've used Peerspace before, I've used Airbnbs, the banquet halls, you can get that. I would prefer for the money to go to someone that has provided excellent customer service, and if you had a great experience working with them, please shoot us an email. You can even put it right now if it's someone that you know of. We definitely check it out, because I would want the money to go there first before we, find somebody that we're looking for that, that may be our first experience with them. But we've got a lot of stuff coming up, and I'm excited about the new year. I'm already in it. And then Christmas is coming up, and I'm just so happy you guys are still rocking out with us coming on. I love the feedback, the interaction, the topics, and just the transparency. It's just turning out to be exactly why, what we do it for, why we do it. And I just appreciate you guys. So, we're bringing it to a close. Elle, I don't know if you pinned it, but you saw something. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, suggested topics, and tonight was on the fly when we put Milan's confidence versus validation, but you have some stuff you'd like for us to put in our Spicy or Mild Bowl, you can specify, shoot us an email at watchsippinglive@gmail.com. We check that. If you want to shoot us a DM, it can go on the Spicy Bowl or the Mild Bowl, just specify, and we will pull it and talk about it. Or if you do like Milan does, if it's something that's, we can address right away on there, we definitely are open to talking about it. So until next time, I hope you guys have a great week. It's productive, safe, and I look forward to seeing hopefully everybody again next Sunday.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Have a good night.